Hey, what's good, everybody? It's your boy, Lamarr, and this is All the Hype.
Boy, Avehre, we're so excited to be here today.
Okay, y'all, as y'all can already tell, we're excited today. We get a legend, a living legend, an icon here to talk to today. And before we get into the conversation and all of that, I want to go ahead and just give him his flowers while he's right here in front of me. So I'm going to read a little bit. Hopefully my dyslexia doesn't scoop up. But let me see. Singing since age of 4, Carvin made his professional debut as a member of the Testimonial Singers in 1974, along with Howard Smith and his brothers Ronald and Marvin. He then formed the legendary group The Winans with his brothers Ronald, Marvin, and Michael. Carvin released a plethora of award-winning music with The Winans, winning 5 Grammy Awards with 11 nominations. He established himself as a formidable songwriter-producer, writing songs for Whitney Houston, Regina Belle, Peabo Bryce, and CeCe Winans. He's part of one of the most influential musical families in music history, and now he's blessing us with a fresh, soulful new project that I've been talking about this project since we had him on the screen. Cool Gospel. Avehre, take it away.
Hands together. I need y'all to make a really, really warm welcome for the legendary Carvin Winans, y'all.
Come on.
It's all a hype.
Yeah, I say thank you guys so much.
All the hype is thrown at you. The people are clapping, okay?
That's a lot of hype.
That's a lot of hype. That's what we do over here, hype.
Thank
you guys so much for the intro. I appreciate that.
How are you
feeling? Oh, you're welcome.
I'm good. I'm doing really good. Good.
This incredible project is out now.
Yeah, thank you.
It's been highly anticipated. We've been waiting on new music for you for a long time. So, like, how does it feel to finally have this project out to all of your people, all of the fans?
Man, it really feels great. Even in doing the project, it was a lot of fun. Got a chance to work with some incredible producers and songwriters. Yeah. My wife Cherie, who also manages me, she wrote on 9 of the 11 songs that were.
Hey, shout out Miss Cherie.
Then my 2 sons from Phase 2. I don't know if y'all remember Winans Phase 2.
Yeah.
But Carvin Jr. and Juan, they wrote the praise and worship song on the album, the only one that I have on.
Yeah.
Sing Forever. And then I had a chance to work with my youngest daughter, who collaborated with Sean Garrett.
I know. Yeah, that's fam.
Wine, and she collaborated with him on the song No Feeling. So it was fun being able to work with family. And then I think Carlos Beatty, who produced a lot of the album, is one of the best young producers coming up.
Wow.
Sean Garrett, Tommy Sims, Ray Keys, Sean Collins. It was just a great gathering of some wonderful producers and songwriters for this project, and it made it so much fun.
How was it blending those 2 worlds together as far as a little bit of our nostalgic writers and producers, and then you reached out to the new writers? I feel like that's so dope to be able to marry them too. Like, how important is that to you?
It's very important because I think the new writers kind of keep you in the trend of what's happening, what's going on, you know. And Carlos, I wouldn't say he's a new writer. I guess a lot of people may not know about him, but he helped me on my first solo album that we did. But he is just not only a great songwriter, but a producer. And as a singer, I always would lean on my producers to help me out in the studio. You know, their ear, their phrasing. You know, well, Carvin, you know, you shouldn't phrase it like that. Do it like this. And, you know, so all that stuff helps, and it helps. And what Carlos did, and also Sean. Sean Garrett was a different kind of guy, because even before we got to the studio with him, we talked. I would go to the studio because we was in the studio. We did it in Atlanta. So I would work with Carlos and then go from that studio session right to Sean. But each time we get in with Sean would talk to me for the whole session. We did no music. He just He just
It's
wanted,
like a therapy session.
yeah, it
I
was really
love
like
that.
that. But
Yeah,
he wanted to know what I wanted this album to be like.
yeah.
What was I feeling, And so the first time we did it, I said, okay, wow, we just sat in there like for hours and did no music.
Right,
so,
right.
so the second time we went, it was the same thing. But
Mm,
at the second time we went, I kind of got it. I said, okay, I think I know what he's reaching for.
yeah.
Then when we started the music, the tracks and stuff, I knew exactly what he was reaching
You know
for.
what? I feel so I've had the opportunity to work with Sean Garrett at his
Yeah.
house in Atlanta.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, so you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, our experience, I was actually a co-writer for another artist that's part of the label that he works with. And
Okay.
so that experience kind of was the same. We was all talking. I feel
Yeah.
like it's important though because it allows the artist to kind of get vulnerable a little bit and
Hmm,
let
hmm.
us into their heart and into their mind so that the songs all make sense to where you really are in your walk in your life. And I
Oh
feel
yeah.
like what's
Oh
hard,
yeah.
what's from the
Absolutely.
heart gonna reach the heart. So I love the fact that you and Sean had that process. I just
Oh
want to
yeah.
highlight that from a writer standpoint.
Exactly. And even as a artist, as a vocalist,
Hmm.
Sean and Carlos would push me. I remember Sean got kind of upset with me when since I was doing the song. He said, Carvin, look, I know you can hit every note. You're not gonna make a mistake, but I need some more filling. I need some.
Word.
And he got up and left the thing, and I looked at the engineer like, what's wrong with him?
He had to tap, yeah, he could tap, he had to tap into that passion.
He
What do
did.
Yeah, I knew what he was reaching for. So I kind
Yeah.
of, and I like that in a producer. I really
Yeah.
do. I like that. I don't like a producer to just sit there and
Oh,
then,
yes, man.
yeah, I'm doing everything. And then I'm saying, what do you think? Oh, I think that was great. No, everything ain't great.
Everything is not great. Everything
So
is
Producers,
not great.
engineers out there, y'all gotta be honest. And
that's
it's
right.
Yeah.
okay. I mean, look, if you're in the room with a legend like Carvin Winans, it's for a reason. So producers, engineers, they want us to give our real honest feedback. Oh,
Absolutely.
yes, man.
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
mean, when it comes to what you put pen to paper, you have an
Mhm.
idea and a concept already of what you want it to sound like and
Right.
how you want to convey it. But sometimes it's not the easiest part of it
Yeah.
all. So
That's right.
when
People
you
in the
have
room to
those
help elevate that idea.
right, so when you have those engineers and those producers behind you, like, no, I know you can do it better. I know I hear
Mhm.
where you're trying to go. We're not
Yeah.
there yet. Let's keep trying. Like
Yeah.
that just makes for cool gospel. It makes for a perfect
But shout
project.
out,
It
kudos to you
does.
though, because it takes an artist with that confidence to be
Yeah.
able to take that critique. Because
Absolutely.
Oh,
it's hard
yeah.
to critique
I
a
want that
legend. It's hard to critique a legend. I work with Gladys Knight, and
because,
in the studio with Miss Gladys, it's the same thing. Sometimes I'm like, "Yo, this is," but she allows us, people like you guys, allow us to give our critiques, and y'all trust in us to be able to bring what we do to what you guys do, and it makes it a beautiful
It's
collaboration.
almost a shock because we almost don't expect for y'all to be like, what should I do? Because y'all have
Yeah,
been doing it for so long. It's like, you know what you should do. I don't think I should
Well,
put my
well,
two
but,
cents
but
in.
Lamar, that comes from when you approach a new project, right?
Hmm.
When you approach a new project, you don't want it to be like the others. So
right.
that's why we kind of reach out and say, okay, so what do you want? And the talk we had between Sean, he went through that whole thing in the beginning. Oh, you're an icon, you this, you that. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, but I really don't think as myself as that. And so he
But
went
you
through that.
are.
Then
We
when
gonna double down on that.
after he got through with all that, then it was down to business.
Word,
Yeah.
I
word.
need you to do this, Carvin. I need you to do that. And as an artist,
In the
you have,
gym.
you have to listen. You have to listen
I said right
because you want that project or you want that song to really hit.
there. Want
And you have different people that you respect, because I respect Sean, I respect all my
Hmm.
yeah.
that they can give you some nuggets that you could use to make that project better or that song better, then you have to be willing to listen to them.
But you know what? That's why you're timeless. That's
Yeah.
why you're a classic, timeless class act because you're able to reinvent yourself and stay relevant just simply by having your ear to the ground, knowing what's, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And then if
Mhm.
you don't know, you finding out.
Yeah.
So I salute you for that because
Yeah.
that's
And
so,
I salute you for being open and willing to still be a student
Oh yeah.
in the game, even though you've been doing it as long as you
you
have,
are
you are
a
still a
master.
student. You a master, but you
For
still
sure.
take the time to learn new things.
So
But
that's so dope.
before we get into all of the new music and stuff, I do want to take it back because you did mention
Take it
phase
back,
two,
Lamarr.
phase two. And so I
Mhm.
wanted to kind of speak on that. Your whole entire family, this is all y'all do. So like looking back,
Yeah, because I got questions about how that
this
household.
is all y'all do. So I can only imagine the house. But like
Like a
looking
Saturday
back,
morning cleaning up and singing music around the house. Can you
music
imagine that?
playing. But looking back on that moment in your earlier career, even as young Carvin, like what affirmed you that you were walking in your purpose? Like what was like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. It's not just because my family does it, but this is something that I'm meant to do too.
Well, we were at the front of the whole thing. Me, my twin brother Marvin, Ronald, and Michael.
Hmm.
So we started off, but as kids, even before Michael started singing with us, it was Ronald, myself, Marvin, and my oldest brother David. And it was my parents. It was my parents that really, at the age of 4, they would have us rehearsing and singing and practicing, and we couldn't go outside to play with our friends because we had to rehearse. And so I hated it, man. I just
Tell us how you
How
really
old were
feel,
you at
Carvin.
that time? About how old were you?
sing it as I don't want to do this. And so, but they made us do it. So up until the age of 13, I think I was 13, Lamarr, to answer your question, I was 13 when I realized because my father, he stopped us from doing it. He didn't make us do it. But at 13, I think it was already in us then at that point.
Hmm.
So that's when I realized, I kind of like this singing.
Yeah.
And so because I could do it,
Hmm.
out of the 4 of us, I was always the one I think that had the perfect pitch, or I would always hit my notes right, head on, and so at the age of 13, I said, man, I can do this. I kind of like doing this.
So,
And so then when we got 15, Marvin, myself, and Ronald, we formed this group called the Testimonial Singers.
man.
And then we met this incredible singer, Howard Smith, who was
Hmm.
just phenomenal. And
Hmm.
he joined our group, and that's when we started doing a lot of stuff around the city of Detroit. My dad took us in the
Oh, the
studio.
city.
Yeah, spent this whole money. I tell y'all some things, man. Detroit was incredible because not just in the gospel field, but Motown, of course.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
We lived right on the block over from Smokey Robinson,
Come
and
on.
another block over from Stevie Wonder,
Wow.
on the street from the Four Tops.
Oh, man.
So we were surrounded with
That
Motown, and
history.
when
Yee.
I got a chance to tell Smokey.
I'm so sorry. I'm not finna
You
sit here and
can't
let
just
him
you
just
can't just
drop.
slide past that fast,
These
Carvin. Slow it
these
down.
these this neighborhood drop is
Like
crazy.
what?
You
Spin
know
the
who was
block.
my
Spin the
neighbor?
block, bro.
You know who my neighbor was? The candy lady. She probably still selling candy today. It
Like
wasn't
how
Smokey
you have
Robinson.
all of
It
those
wasn't none of
people,
that.
No, it was
all
for
those
real.
people
I
in like
mean,
a
I'm
five,
telling
that's kind of like a
you,
5 mile radius, and it's like all of that history.
yeah, we was all right. That they were there because we had moved from the east side to the west side. I think I was 9 years old when we moved over there, and that's where all those singers and Motown people were,
Wow,
right?
wow.
Yeah.
And so I remember my brother Michael and I, we shoveled Smokey's walkway from we had a big snowstorm, and he paid us good, man.
Come
And so
on.
business. I told him about that. And so he said, he said, Carvin, if I knew y'all was a block over on, because he was on Santa Barbara, we were on Woodingham. He said, I'd have came over there and signed all y'all to Motown. I said, no, Smokey, because my dad, he wouldn't allow no
He
secular
not
music.
Okay.
gonna let y'all
Okay.
sing that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Uh,
He just laughed, but
he
yeah,
he he gonna be like, okay, you got perfect pitch. All right now.
yeah,
You
yeah.
could have right, but look, you was writing. So what people don't know, this is a great segue. I feel like Lamar.
Hmm.
We get into your writing, not just on your own projects, but you've written for some of the biggest artists in the
Yeah,
world.
yeah. I've been blessed to do that for sure.
Like when was it that you realized that you was a real songwriter? Because I'm a
Pen was penning.
songwriter. I gotta know when that pen started to vibrate for you.
It was really because Marvin, when it came to writing, he was the one I looked up to. Because as kids we had an old broken piano. He would always be in the house working on his gift and his craft. And when we signed with Andre Crouch, he had at least Marvin had at least, I'm gonna say 40 to 50 songs already written, right?
Good gracious.
And so I was like, man, he can really write. So I kind of looked at him, and when I started writing in the beginning, Marvin and Ron was really tough, you know, and
Yeah.
they would laugh at some of my songs, and I'd be like, ah, man. He said, I had one song, and they said, man, that sounds so silly. You can't do no better than that. And this is we signed that contract, right? And
Oh
so
wow.
so I kind of like looked up to him.
Yeah.
So the first three albums, the first two albums we did,
Mm-hmm.
I had one song on there.
Yeah.
Self was the first song, and then Don't Be Deceived was the second one on the
Yeah.
second album we did. The third album, this is when I kind of knew, okay, maybe I got something here.
Mm-hmm.
So I was always scared to present it to them because I didn't want to get knocked down or they tell me that you still don't know what you're doing, you know. So I called Marvin and I said, I heard this song. So he said, what song? I said, tell me if you like it. So I started saying, Jesus said, here I stand, won't you please let me?
Oh,
And
yo.
you said, tomorrow, that I am he.
I didn't know you wrote
That's
that.
all you
It's
need. You
crazy.
said, I know but tomorrow. So then when I did that, yeah, when I did that, he said, oh man, that's fantastic. Where'd you hear that? Who wrote that? I said, I did. And so they,
Tell him real quick, man.
Hey, hey, can I tell you something, bro?
uh,
My first solo I ever sung at church when I was a little kid was that song, bro.
what's tomorrow?
I never knew you wrote that song until just
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
Until
yeah. I
just
wrote that. I
now.
wrote that.
Today years old. I can't
Wow.
speak.
All the hype, you guys. Believe the
It's
hype.
all the hype.
Ooh.
So yeah, so when he heard that, he was like, "Oh yeah, we got to do that." So we did that. But then we were working on the Decisions album.
Mm-hmm.
No, okay. So after this, yeah, Decisions was before Winans Return. So we was working on Decisions album, and I presented Make It Like It Was.
Mm-hmm.
I said I wrote this song for you. So they said, now at this point, they was like, they weren't taking me as no joke, you know.
Oh
Yeah.
no. How could they?
So they listened and they said, man, Carvin, this is a nice song, but we don't think it's for this album. I said, really? I said, okay. So I would always keep demos on me. So I ran into Regina Bell at a Grammy a function out here in LA, gave her the demo.
Resume list. I'm sorry. Just keep going.
So she called me the next day after listening to it and said she had played it for CBS and they loved it.
Mm-hmm.
She did it. I said, okay. So I don't really tell anybody. She did it, and all of a sudden, that song started climbing up the chart.
Wow.
Quincy Jones out the number one spot. I remember so well because we were doing our Senior Hall show,
Okay.
and Quincy was on the show too.
Yeah.
And he came to our dressing room. He said, "So which one of y'all knocked me out of number one?" He had Ray Charles and Shaka Khan
Mm-hmm.
song "I'll Be Good to You," and we knocked him out the number one spot. So Marvin said, "Oh, that's Carvin. Carvin did that." And
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's right.
I wanna hear one story real quick though.
mm,
I read in the write out that Whitney Houston was also on that list.
oh yeah.
Can you please just give me a piece of that story? I love Whitney Houston.
Well,
For my soul, can you do it? I don't care about
Go
nobody
ahead.
else. I want all the hype for this.
I met Whitney before anybody in my family did. And she was on the same roster. She had the same agent we had. And I got a call from him saying that she was coming to Detroit to open up for Jeffrey Osborne. And she wanted to meet me because again, she heard the song Tomorrow and she was singing it in her show.
Come on, because we all say that.
So I went to meet her and she was just like a young kid. And she was just incredible. And I told her one day I want to write a song for her. So years go by and she started befriending BB and Cece, you know. I think the reason she did that too is because we had Anita Baker on Ain't No Need to Worry. And Whitney wanted to do that, but her schedule was too busy. And we were getting the album, we had to do the album, get it done. So Marvin ran into another Detroiter, which was Anita Baker in the airport. He told her about the song. She said, yeah, I'll do it. So I think Whitney got kind of upset with us about that.
Look at the
Hanging out with
fact.
BB, but BB brought it to my house one day, and I let her hear the demo called "Love Is," and she told me, she said, "Carvin, I'm doing the song. Just hold it. I'm doing," and she did it. She did it, and it didn't come out until earlier. Well, this latter part of the year, they released it, and but yeah, she kept her word. She did it, and she had passed, so it didn't come out till after she had passed. But she was just to me the greatest female vocalist. I think,
Oh,
you know,
man.
Yes.
by far to me,
There's no one to compare her to.
Yeah,
No, to me it isn't.
To you, to me,
I mean, I think all three of us can agree on that. And so can
yes.
people watching at home.
And she was just like family. She was just like family. I remember when Ronald passed, she came to the funeral and she jumped in the car with us to go to the burial site. But she was just like family to us. And when she left here, it was just very heartbreaking.
Mhm.
Very heartbreaking.
Yeah.
But what a voice! What a voice!
Incredible.
The voice is amazing.
Live on forever and ever.
Forever, forever.
And the
So,
song that you made with her is gonna live on forever and ever.
oh, forever and ever always.
Yeah, yeah.
Forever and ever always. So with this new project, I got a couple of questions I want to ask you because I feel like somebody of your status, like we keep talking today, you are a legend, you're an icon in every right, regardless what you say, take these flowers. But I know you've witnessed gospel music transform over multiple eras.
Mhm.
What excites you most about like where it's headed today?
I think what excites me is that, okay, if you take cool gospel, the messaging, in it, the message that we're trying to get across. My whole thing as a writer, as a singer, because I believe in Christ wholeheartedly,
Absolutely. Amen.
no bones about it. He is my savior. He is everything to me,
Yes.
and that's the message I'm trying to get over to people. Because what people don't understand is that being a Christian, people look at, oh man, I can't do this, I can't do that. But it's not even about what you can't do. It's about life, living life at its highest level,
Yes, God.
joy at its highest level. There's nothing more enjoyable than being that mouthpiece or that pen or that vocal for
The
Christ.
ambassador.
More important than that. But there's a balance.
Mhm.
I have a lot of fun as a Christian, as a human being. If you knew my pops, if you knew Pop Winans, he was funnier probably than Red Fox, but he wasn't trying to be. He was just funny.
Who he
And,
was.
and so, but he was balanced. He loved the Lord, but he was. I remember saying one time, he told my mother, said, because my mother's name is Dolores, he called her Lois. He said, Lois, look, I can't be at the church every time the door open up.
Okay.
I got 10 kids to feed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Because look,
But
Balance.
we in the world, but we not of the world.
Right, right, right.
we are still in the world.
Okay, just a toe, just a little toe.
Yeah, yeah. So he was. That's the kind of guy, and I loved him for that because. But he was saved. Now, don't get me wrong. He loved the Lord. He wasn't playing when it came to that.
Yeah.
But he also was very balanced. And I look at myself as being balanced. I
Yeah.
try to raise my children being balanced,
Mhm.
because sometimes you got some people, they so holy, they ain't even good for earth.
That's right.
No, they already up there with him.
Body. And so never wanted to come off like that. And we were not taught, even our former pastors, Pastor Stacks, and the people that we were raised that taught us the word, they taught us balance.
Mhm.
And so
It's so important because
I try to write that way. I try to write that way. I try to approach people that way. I try to sing that way.
mhm.
And
Yes.
That's how
another
you
thing that was
bring
so
people to
funny.
Christ, I feel like, especially those who aren't in the church or who.
That's right. That's
How
right.
do we get people? How do we win souls if we only stay in the four walls of the church?
No,
Those
you
people
can't.
are already supposed to be
Yes.
saved. We supposed to go out in the world and do the
That's what
work.
he told us to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he told us to
And I
do.
tell people all the time, I said, Jesus and God is the most cool thing happening.
Oh yeah,
Don't
absolutely.
think
all day
being saved
long.
is lame or a square. No, no, no. That's where
No, no.
kingdom
No,
is where it's at. Yeah.
All the hype with my God is real.
it is real. Absolutely. It is absolutely real. So yeah, so that's why I try to come from that angle in my life period. And so we've been, man, I've just been blessed, man. Even, I got a song that I did, and I talk about this because I talk about Cherie as far as, because when I married Cherie, she wasn't the songwriter she is today, but I knew she had music in her.
Mm-hmm.
Had music all in her. But and then when I look at what she had, but her parents didn't pursue it, or they didn't really see it.
Mm.
And then I could go back to how my parents saw everything music in their children, right?
Mhm.
And so and getting with her and watching her and said, you can do this. And so she kind of like got into the flow of it. And
Yeah.
and then I did a song on my first solo record, talk about writing and out of all the aspects of this business,
Uh-huh.
singing, recording, writing, I love writing
Yeah, me too.
because it puts your life on paper,
Yeah.
right? And it puts you out there so people can see what you've gone through, what you're going through. And um,
Tell
and
it.
then some people can say, wow, Carvin's going through that. Man, he got through it. I can
Yeah,
get through it. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
yeah.
That's the best thing to me about writing. But I wrote a song on my first solo record called a s- um, "You Blow My Mind," a song for Cherie, right?
Mm.
And we
All
had
right.
the we had parts of the Toronto Symphony Orchestra,
Yes.
and it's absolutely beautiful. And so that's something that she can always hear, even when I'm gone. But the just the art of songwriting is so personal. You take the song Tomorrow, and I tell people this all the time. When people say, "Well, what's the greatest song you think you've ever written?" And I don't really get credit when it comes to writing because I just think that's God in your pen and giving you those ideas.
Download.
Yeah,
Yes, a
download.
download.
Straight from heaven. I just told somebody this yesterday.
And so I say tomorrow because it has helped so many people in life. It has helped so many people. I remember we were on the family tour, and this lady came up to me right before we got on stage. We came on after BB and Cece. We would close out the Winans, we would close out the shows. And right before we went on stage, this lady came up to me. She said, I just want to tell you that the song Tomorrow changed my life. I used
Man,
to be a prostitute and a drug addict. And when I heard that song, it turned my life around.
Jesus.
That's what it's all about. And so, yeah, we've been blessed with the Grammys. And don't get me wrong, I do love the Grammys.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
That
we
being
love
said,
the Grammy.
You're gonna be back soon too with
Oh
this.
yeah,
yeah,
you're gonna be back with this cool
Oh, y'all,
gospel.
we taking the new project all the way to the recording academy, y'all.
yeah,
Okay.
Tell
yeah.
you, if I got
But
to sell cool gospel out my trunk myself, I will. I will. We'll take it old school. We'll take it straight from the trunk.
Yeah, man.
we uh we uh
It's
we
so
were
bigger than
fortunate
that.
this year to play the Grammy Showcase.
You gonna be there?
Okay.
Grammy Showcase back in I think it was June.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Period.
That's
So
amazing.
much fun. It was so much fun. So
You gotta
yeah,
come
so,
out. You're in LA, right?
yeah, I live in LA now. I was in Toronto for like 16 years.
So February, you're gonna be at the Grammys this year, right? You're gonna see.
We didn't make the nomination this year, but we'll look for
That's right. 2027.
2027.
That's right.
Okay. Yes. 2027. We got to be in there. I
Because
hope, and hopefully you don't find it disrespect if I see you out. I'm be like, cool gospel. That's all I'm gonna holler out. I'm stuck. I'm stuck.
in the
That's all
market,
you gotta say.
you're gonna say, I'm hearing somebody say, cool gospel. I'm saying, ah,
That's
That's what
Lamar.
you
That's
gonna say.
it.
They go
Lamar
Lamar.
with the double R. That's it.
Okay. Now, before we wrap everything up, we like to play a little game with our guests, and this little lightning round. It's
okay.
not really lightning. We give our guests time to think on it. We don't pressure you to answer fast. But there's one particular question that I do want Avehre to ask at the end of the lightning round that's gonna bring it all together. Because it might be a little hard for you, but it might be easy after hearing these stories.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So the first one is, what's one song, not your own, that you wish you had written?
Ooh, woo, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Make them think.
Uh, what's it all about, Alfie?
I
Is
would
it
have
just
never.
for the moment we live? Yeah.
I would have
Yeah.
never, and that's a good one.
Hey, that's such a
Yeah.
good
I love
one.
that song. I
Okay.
love
Is
Okay.
is there any artist from any genre that you love to collaborate with today?
ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I got a couple. One, I just did one. We talked before we started with Carvin Edmonds.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Okay.
we did a remake on China Star.
Yes.
That brother came with it. Oh man, I love his voice. His high natural is just
I
incredible.
can't wait to hear it.
But our voices really match, you know. But he gave me ways to go, man.
Come on. That's what you want. That's what you want.
Yeah.
And also, I would love if y'all could put this out.
Let's
Come
hear
on.
it.
We putting
I
that.
would love to work with Jasmine Sullivan.
Oh, okay.
She's
Y'all
a
hear that? Y'all hear that?
Y'all hear
Jasmine
that hype?
and Carvin Winans?
she's a
Now
beast,
that.
you know. And then
Woo!
on the gospel side,
Mhm.
Karen, I
Yep.
want to do some with Karen Clark,
Yep.
Fred Hammond,
Yes.
and
Yes.
Dietrich Hadd.
Yes.
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 Yes,
Okay.
yes, and yes.
Look, Lamar, we're gonna have to make some calls
We
and
gonna
stuff.
have to ring because we
Yeah.
got to make this happen. Cool Gospels Volume 2 or something.
A couple of those people is
Something.
already on our list.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. We got to talk to them anyway. So when they come by, all the hype, we're gonna make sure we
We
give them what
plugging
they
that.
need to know.
absolutely.
Gonna be plugging. I got my two questions, Lamar, okay?
Go ahead, go ahead.
All right. So next I want to know what's a cool gospel moment from your life. It could be something funny, unexpected, or surprising that God used for good.
Mm. Man, that's a tough question. Say it again. Give it to me again.
So what's a cool gospel moment from your life, something funny, unexpected, or surprising that God used for good?
That God used for good. Wow. Well, man. Okay, let me say this. I didn't even want the album to be named Cool Gospel.
Wow.
Okay.
That was not my choice.
Let's
Breaking news.
talk
And
about that.
so and so my choice was You Gotta Believe. And that
Mhm.
was because of the journey God took me on before we even signed the deal with
Wow.
Black
Such a
Rock.
such a songwriter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Such a songwriter.
And so, and so Barry Hankerson, the owner of the label, he was the one. He called me one day. He said, "Carvin, I was thinking we're going to change the name of the album to Cool Gospel." I said, "No, we're not." so, and
That is
so
so funny.
and so I was really upset about that. And
Mhm.
so I didn't want to talk to him for a week after that because he was serious. I said, "Are you really serious?" He said, "Yeah."
Yeah.
And so it didn't really hit me that it was a good choice
Mhm.
or a good change until we did the Grammy showcase.
Wow.
After we did the showcase, because the lady that interviewed me after we did a couple of songs, we did God Still Working on Me and we did Blessings. And then she interviewed me. And she kept saying, "This album is so cool. Carl. It's such cool gospel,
Yeah.
cool." And then he kept saying so,
Look
and
at
so
God.
It was like ding, 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 ding.
because my wife and I, we went out to dinner after that. We had early dinner after that. And I called Barry from the restaurant. I said, "Barry, you know how I felt when you wanted to change this. So I got to call you and tell you you was right.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
And now it's really clicking."
Oh, you
And
trusted the
it's so
process.
funny because I thought Barry would say, "See, I told you so," but he didn't say that.
Yeah.
He said, "Carvin, I appreciate you calling me, telling me that." You know, I
So
said, "Well,
been
I
doing
was
this for a
upset
long
with you."
time.
Yeah. So,
Like,
but
and that's
yeah,
so dope that you all
yeah,
were able to trust each other,
yeah, yeah,
in that
exactly.
process.
I
Because
thought it was so funny that for me to call him after I was so upset that he wanted to change it. And so I think that would be my kind of story. God took
turned
it
it
and
around.
made it,
He made it cool.
he made
That
it
was
cool.
cool
I
how
said,
he
I
did
told
that.
you. I told you that thing was cool.
All
Yeah.
right, last question for the fire chat. What if you could put together a super group right now with any artist, dead or alive, past or present, any genre, who would
How
it
many
be?
people in the
Five.
group?
He
Five
said
people?
five, 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 five solid group members.
Okay.
Five.
So you the first member. Now
Yeah,
you
you
got
the first
four.
member.
So you
I'm
only
in the
get
group,
four
so I
people.
got four more people.
That's right.
I gotta have my twin.
Two to your left, two to your right.
I got to have Marvin. So he's a beast.
Yep.
Man, let me see. Whitney Houston.
Yep. Okay.
This is a super group. Jasmine Sullivan.
Ooh. They already the coldest group of all time already.
Let me see. Oh, shoot. Man, I can only get 4 people.
That's all
4,
you got.
that's it. Include yourself.
You trying to be a choir. You trying to be a choir. What's it?
Jasmine, Whitney.
One more.
I gotta go Donny Hathaway, man.
Oh my God.
Singing that's happening in this group, y'all.
Oh.
That is ridiculous.
Look, AI can't even do that.
Oh, I wish they would.
I probably wouldn't get any lead time.
AI couldn't do that.
Always have to be in the background.
That would be your fault. That would be your fault because you'd be mesmerized.
It's your group. Yeah, you put it together. You'll definitely have lead time.
Yeah. Even if it's
I love this group. Hey, what's the name of the group?
Oh, God's Anointed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that, y'all.
Those are some anointed voices. I'm telling you. You know,
I love that. Oh my God, y'all! Thank you so much to the legend himself, Carvin Winans, on all the Hype
conversation
podcasts.
has been amazing.
thank you guys. You guys are really good. You guys are really good. I like doing interviews where I have fun. I think this might be the most. I mean, I've had fun with all of them, but this might be the best one.
And the doors of the church are open. Yeah. They're open.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mine is the living legend, y'all. It's all the hype. Believe it right here, because it's right here. It's live. It's real.
The hype.
In color. Can you tell us where we can find you for those that want to connect on social media online? Where all your channels, all your tags?
Yeah. Well, all things me is available on my website, which is carvinwinans.com.
That's right.
And all social medias, all my handles are there too on my website.
Hey, Carvin Winans.
Yeah. And also we have merch. If people want to buy some merch, we have some t-shirts and stuff like that. All that's on the website. Okay. And my album, Cool Gospel, is available on all the streaming platforms.
Right.
Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. So family, please make sure y'all go stream and support that amazing project, Cool Gospel.
I want to know your favorite song from the project.
Yes, leave us with that,
guys. Okay, now I want all of that.
Oh, put them in the chat. Yes, what's your favorite song? I'm gonna tell you mine right now. Faithful. Faithful. If you ever want to do a remix, call me. That is my song.
Wow. Cherie picked that track personally. She's like, Carvin, you got to do this.
And
my son Carvin Jr., he said the same thing. He called me the other day. Dad, man, that's faithful. That's faithful.
Yeah, that record is hard.
What's Avehre?
Yes, sir.
What's your favorite song?
He already stole it.
Faithful?
Yes.
Wow.
I'm trying to tell you that one. All of the songs are amazing.
All the songs are crazy out of this world. But Faithful, like I told you, I just wanted to grab my car keys.
Yeah, it makes it's like I love it. So a car gotta do 3 things. It gotta sound good at the crib. Mm-hmm. It gotta sound good in the car. And it gotta sound good in the club. And Faithful rock in all 3 of the C's. Okay,
all 3 of the C's.
You know, you got one right there. That's something that's different when it could translate over all of the genres.
Wow. Okay. I got to keep that in mind.
Yeah. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Carvin. For real, like this interview has made my day. I'm sure it made the listeners' day.
My day. I learned that you wrote my favorite song, Tomorrow.
It's crazy.
My first solo in church as a little boy. So, wow, this is just so much legacy, so much history here. And I mean, you're so humble and so gracious. So thank you so much for just carving out time, Mr. Carving out time. Y'all saw
Come on.
No pun intended.
No pun intended.
Until next time, you guys. We love y'all. We signing off. It's your boy Avehre.
It's your boy Lamarr. This is all the hype. Make sure you go listen to where you can listen to podcasts and check us out on thehypemagazine.com. We just gave y'all the hype. This has been a legend himself.
Thank you. You guys are the best, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Until next time.
All right.
Peace.